Well, the two studies alone will be $6 million, both the state and federal government footing the bill on this, but that's just for the studies that they hope to use to springboard mitigation plans to lessen the impact of flooding in the state. The Army Corps of Engineers says the work will begin as soon as next month to study two of the state's flood-prone waterways.
A lot of it's going to be computer work. A lot of it's going to be meetings, meetings with us, the state, the locals, all the stakeholders involved. So lots of meetings, lots of computer work, a little bit of getting shoes dirty out in the field.
The Upper Guyandotte study will look at what can be done in Wyoming County, mainly in parts of Raleigh. The Kanawha River Basin study is much more expansive, covering these 20 counties, 14 of which were impacted by the 2016 floods. But some have questioned why counties that have recently flooded, like Mingo and McDowell, were not included. Woodard explained that these were studies sought after years ago and have just now been approved.
We can look at things like dams. We can look at things like retention basins. There's going to be many, many measures we put on the table to get packaged into alternatives. No idea right now what will come out of that, but we'll look at a whole lot of different measures.
Jamie Shin spent years studying this herself, now a professor at SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry. She used to be at WVU and part of a team studying flooding and mitigation efforts in West Virginia following the 2016 flood. They created the Flood Resiliency Framework, which provides tools to communities to see how at risk they could be for flooding, many of the southern West Virginia counties showing 80% at risk and above.
We also know this risk is increasing, and we have to respond now. We have to be in a better place to prepare for the next one. I mean, we just have to look to a couple of months ago up in Wheeling, right? Or down in Mingo and McDowell County before that, to know that these things are not going away.
Shin says she's encouraged to see this latest investment in studies, but she doesn't want it to stop there. She says the state must invest in the actual results.
I'm glad that these areas of focus have been highlighted. They're absolutely needed, but we know from recent flooding that they're not the only ones. And so I also hope that investment in flood mitigation and this type of research will then spread to other parts of the state as well.
They anticipate that both will last 3 years. Closer to the end, they will have a better idea of what projects the Army Corps plans to take on to best serve the various areas. Live in the studio, Anna Saunders, Eyewitness News.